She said, she said, she said, the middle finger in the air. You charted me. Come after me, come after me, come after me, bitch. You can't create shit, so you rely on a podcast such as ours because you can't create shit, okay? She said.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome, episode 7, your Loka late night podcast with your boy Manuk Grigoryan. We are apologizing. We're starting a little late, but man, there were some good eclairs. We had to make sure. Edgar is satisfied with his eclairs, and he had his plenty of feel. So we're good to go this week. Okay, so this is your boy Manuk Grigoryan welcoming you on our 7th episode, and we have a great show today. We're going to talk about an event that we're going to do next week. Before I say anything else, I'm going to introduce my co-host, Edgar Essayan.
What's up, folks?
And of course, two of the greatest patriots I've ever met, who have the mission of doing something extremely good. No words about it. Julie and Chris, my boys, my girl, welcome. How you guys doing?
We're pretty good. Thank you.
Really good. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to California, Julie. I know you just flew in last night, right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you guys tell me a little bit about you guys yourself before we go on into the detailed conversation?
Good.
Ladies first.
All right. So my name's Julie. I live out of Portland. I spent a lot of time in California also and have been in the Patriot movement for quite a few years. And I'm down here as one of the organizers for War Heroes in Riverside.
Nice. And you?
Hey, everybody. Chris Reyes. Been involved with a lot of the California movement in Portland, Washington, a few states. We really love our patriots and our veterans, everybody who's come together to put everything together and show support to the whole, everybody who's fighting for California and parental rights and everybody.
Amen.
So, thank you guys.
Amen. You guys saying war heroes, you mean war heroes right here? Hell yeah, right?
All right.
Everybody, I met Chris and Julie last year when I saw an ad about war heroes. I didn't even know Chris or Julie, and all I saw was the War Heroes flyer. I was like, "Damn, this is something that I need to post on my page." Like this is what I support.
Sure, that's what you stand for.
So I reposted what Chris had posted, and here we are today, right?
It's crazy.
Second episode. Just so if everybody you guys don't know, we're doing War Heroes Rally Round 2. Last year we did it in Hollywood. This year we're doing it in Riverside. Yes, in Riverside. It's going to be a lot of... Last year we just did a march and recognition, right? This year we're going to go... I believe we're going to a cemetery or something. Like we're going to start at a cemetery.
Yeah, we're going to start the first meeting is going to be at Shauna's boys' resting place. Her son, Kareem, one of the 13, who was killed in Afghanistan, and her other son, Dakota, who also passed away a year after Kareem. And we're gonna start there at that to do a little something with the Shauna, something a little personal, have prayer, and then from there we're gonna caravan over to Riverside National Cemetery, where we're gonna have the other speakers and have everybody speaking on their service and a little bit of.
But we are going to gather there at the cemetery in the morning,
9
and
a.m.
do our prayers
Mm-hmm.
and gather our thoughts. Shanna, you said Shanna. I know Shanna. Why don't you guys a little bit briefly?
Go ahead.
Julie, You can't say go ahead every time. Everything I ask you, she's like, go ahead. Go ahead. You know what to say.
He's warming up, He's leading. You got to let the man lead. Remember, I'm a self-proclaimed meninist, all right? Do this, my brother, and then she follows in the footsteps. Not a problem at all. Let's do this.
Shauna is a Gold Star mom. Her son, 20-year-old Kareem Nakui, was killed at the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. He was born the year that the war started, and he died at the withdrawal. A year later, her other son, Dakota, took his own life through just the pain and despair of going through, obviously the grief of that the family was feeling. And she's definitely one of the inspirations of what made us just one of the reasons that we wanted to really start the War Heroes is to give recognition and bring awareness to the suffering and the pain, to celebrate the veterans and active military, but also really focus on the PTSD awareness and bring resources together for the veterans.
So basically, I mean, the way I see it, I have a lot to say about this subject.
Yeah.
I could barely control myself. I know my brother Edgar has
A few notes on
the topic.
So, Kareem, that's from like you said, the botched withdrawal that happened under Biden's from Afghanistan, right? And you're saying the other son or the other family member took their own life. So this family has two losses from this one ordeal, right? Is
Yes.
that what I'm understanding? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a year later. So she's coming up on the, what's it? It's 2 years for Dakota and 3 years for Kareem. So she grieves that all year, but
It's on the same month.
It's the same month.
Can you imagine, bro? The brother cannot take the pain of losing his brother, and
I can definitely imagine that. I lost a brother last year, and it's like I can't even. I can definitely see that. But how about the parents? What are their situation? How are they taking this? Are they doing anything in their son's name or a son's name in memoriam? Did they start anything?
No, not with Shauna. She's very private. She doesn't like using her son's name for monetary gains, to go to dinners, to be shown off in a certain way. And that's why we respect and we admire her for what she's doing. She doesn't have, a lot of other people. They have foundations that have other things going on. She just hasn't been wanting to put.
It's too painful. She doesn't want any
Very much.
recognition on it. She doesn't want the reminder constantly and such. Yeah, I could definitely understand that.
And it
So
was,
one question: why did you guys start the War Heroes? What made? I know why I joined and why I'm all about it, but why did you guys And you guys started at a time where leave our kids alone and all that topic was very hot topic, and all of a sudden War Heroes out of nowhere. What made you guys? You're from Portland, you're from Palm Springs, right? Where did the connection come from, and how did you guys ended up in Hollywood, in my neighborhood, and asking me if I could join in my neighborhood? Come on now.
Well, I've done a lot of work with veterans, and I was very close to a lot of combat veterans. I was part of their family, their ex-POWs. They had it was a small group, ex-prisoners of war. That's what it stands for. And one of the men that I was taking care of, I spent almost 8-9 years with him as a caregiver, as a friend. He was a mentor. He was a 98 World War II liberator. He liberated some of the biggest camps in Germany, prisoner of war camps, death camps. So I got to spend a lot of time with him almost every single day. I check in on a few veterans before work, after work. And he passed away a little more than a year ago. And it hurt because I saw him as a father figure. We talked a lot about his younger days, how he saw the world today, how we talked about my nieces, and he was always saying that he feels sad that he's not leaving the same world to my niece that his father gave to him. So we would talk a lot about all these topics and just stuff going on, and I really got to know these men from a different era, from the world, greatest generation, and how they think. So
How do you not respect these people, right? It's like they lived through World War II, yet after the fact, right? What did he tell you? he's regretful that he's not living, even after seeing all that and the life that he lived, right? What he sees happening today is even more painful because he's not living what he got to enjoy, right?
Exactly.
Which is like Americana, right? The 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It's like,
Yeah, he lived through the
How do
Great
you-
Depression and everything, and the mindset that he had was always positive. I learned a lot from him, just growing as a person and how I deal with people now, how I am, and he's taught me a lot. He's gone through a lot, and to have that mindset, still being positive at that age, still looking forward. You know, he was 98. He was still
looking
doing a lot of
forward to
stuff.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of stuff, and yeah, it was really hard. And he always, one of our friends, Mikey, he was one of our speakers. When his brother took his life, I got his letter and I showed it to Mr. Gibbons, and he was heartbroken. He
The
was
suicide letter.
the suicide letter. Yeah, he was heartbroken. He's like, you know what? Call Mikey. I'd like to speak with him, because we would always talk about veterans having peer-to-peer help, and that's what the VA needs, and more of the people need a peer-to-peer talk to help each other. So, you know, this stuff happened with Mikey, and then Mr. Gibbons passed away. So we wanted to do something to have these stories heard, because a lot of stuff we see on TV, it's, you know, watered down, it's edited, it's how people want certain narrative to be seen. But I think that a lot of people are hearing the stories straight from the veterans and how the families are affected.
Yeah.
It could
They're
change a lot
cutting
of
monies from veterans only to, like, let's say, put it in places where it doesn't make sense to us. Like, how do you take from the very American, that provided you America, who went and put its life on the line for you, and lived through that, even after the fact? These are different men, okay?
Mhm.
Like, this is a
Came into
different
lives.
type of people, okay? After that, they didn't lose their minds. They didn't hurt themselves, you know what I mean? It's like they got through it, okay? Not only did they got through it, they also inspired you on top of all that, You said, like, he was a father figure to you, right? So he saw an importance there to build a relationship, to give you something that he probably saw that you were lacking, or you wanted. Not lacking, but you wanted, and because it's not easy to, like, just to take advice or to see. You have to respect that, man. It's like with the way that they explain. I love people like that. Anytime anybody's been through some war or so, the passion, and that, some people they don't want to remind themselves, but the ones that, it's like they talk to you like, it was no big deal. It was just part of life. I had to do this one thing. I had to go behind enemy lines, pop couple of eyes out, and then, like, come right back and go back to work,
Yeah,
God bless those
it's
folks.
easier for some people
And
to talk
seeing
about.
that, like Manuk, right? He went viral for saying, touch this flag, right? It's like, just go right ahead. That's what that represents, you guys. That's what that represents. It's like this man, before he died, he saw, like, this country go to shambles and such.
Yeah.
What that?
But I was in Bakersfield. Remember, we went to Bakersfield for that. They had a board meeting.
Bakersfield? I
Yeah,
don't think you
like,
guys took me.
no, you came there with big homie Manuk, but you guys didn't come inside. You guys came and left. Remember that one time?
Wasn't that
So
Valencia?
anyways, Valencia,
Valencia, I think, like, yeah, yeah.
Bakersfield, but like I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah. I think it was.
I've been so many places, bro.
Yes.
I was there, and there was this guy, and he said, "Oh, I was fighting," and I was like, "I grew up on the streets of LA, so that's not something, And he goes, "I got shot," and I was like, "Yeah, I got one of those too. That's not something." And then he goes, "I had 2 grenades thrown at me." I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
Damn, you caught me on that one.
Yeah, like, okay, and they booed this man out of the board meeting. Why? Because he said, "I'm a parent and I want to be involved to my children's uprising," right? And I'm all like, "You're booing this guy. He took 9 bullets for you. He took 2 grenades for you." And countless other missions that he done, and he's here to tell you guys, hey, I want to be part of my children's life, and you're saying boo, like, that was not respect for me.
disrespect
And this
is-
is one of the reasons why I liked the War Heroes flyer when I first seen it. I was like, wait a minute, someone is doing something for people who have passed away. It's different to honor me or you or another hero, it's a war hero, whatever, but to respect and memorize. We have a saying in Armenia, right, Edgar? A person never dies until you stop talking about them.
Yeah, it's two. You get 2 deaths. Okay, one is a physical death, and then the last death is when the last person that remembers your name pretty much passes away. That's
And that like people. There are some people who will never die. They will either be living in heaven, paradise, or be in hell, suffering many. They will never.
That's a really good point. Even like let's say the Mussolinis and the other ones, the Austrian painters. It's like there's like different theories on these people, but point I'm trying to make is even a bad person, right? As if it's something that is constantly bad amongst people, every time you mention their name, it is like a little bit further in hell or a little bit further in this. It's not just
Bad person that will never die. Number one in my book is Stalin.
may
Number
he
one. Number one. I
boil in
mean,
hell.
yeah, he did do some good, but no, he did not do no good to nobody.
No.
Like and I have a T-shirt. It's so funny. I have a T-shirt that says, and I brought it from Soviet Union. It says in big gold letters, SSP, SSR. Like SSSR, and there I'm a fascist. I'm like, bro, I came from communist. If anything, I was brainwashed to be a communist. Now you're calling me a fascist because I escaped communism?
Yeah.
Like that. This is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, you guys did a event, right, Julie, in Portland. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it out there, but you did a Jesus march. I was so excited that because Christianity is under attack, and we need every second of praising our God, Jesus Christ, as much as possible and as widely, publicly possible. You see Muslims praying in the middle of the street. They don't care. It's their prayer time. They go pray. They don't care, right?
Correct.
So to see Portland wake up like that and throw a Jesus march, that was amazing. So how did that go for you guys?
It ended up being an amazing day. Portland is just a little bit of a special city in itself.
Shithole.
I mean, there is a lot, probably a lot of other areas in California. Oregon is primarily a red state. We have 3 blue counties. They just happen to be the largest counties in our state that primarily turn it blue. But I will set the record straight about a couple of things regarding the Jesus March. Number one, this is literally the 4th worship event, Christian event that I have been at in our city, where it has been counter-protested by Antifa. And I'm not talking about just like, some people in the LGBT, TQ community. I'm talking about Black Bloc coming with NLG. So
what are those? Can you just elaborate on? Because
Sure.
our viewers in California might not know what a Black Rock is. Is it like a group of just
Yeah.
hoodlums, or it's like unemployed people who just want to get under the skin of people? Who are these people?
Yeah. So basically, they're just, Black Bloc is they come dressed in head to toe and completely blocked out. So normally it's all the way from their boots to their masks, gloves, just so they can't be identified. And normally when Black Bloc show up with NLG, Green Hats, which is the National Lawyers Guild, they come with the intention of the possibility of being arrested. And they're the ones that make sure that they
Oh wow!
have the bail fund to get them out. And, I've seen, I don't really pay attention to a lot of these leftist accounts. I see them when people send me screenshots off Twitter. These accounts are so irrelevant to me in the grand scheme of things. But for the fact that some people on the left call themselves journalists and literally just regurgitate
They're doxers. They're trying to get us all in trouble. They don't care about us.
But in trouble with who?
It's
With
the-
who?
Like with all these wild. I mean, listen, bro. Like in Cali,
It's different.
It's different. Like
Yeah.
Portland is. Why don't you play one of that clips that we have from what happened in Jesus March? This is, remind you, Edgar. This is Jesus March. They're
play
going
this.
there, praying for Jesus, and this is what happens. Christian, why don't you play this real quick?
Play this, and then I want to add a comment about the security that was there.
You're not calling me a prostitute, but rather loving her. Jesus wants to be a prostitute. We got something for that. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? You're such a bitch.
board of y'all are organizing. What I care about is y'all.
They walk all the way to us and then tell us to back up.
That was your voice. We can recognize your voice.
I gotta give props to this guy. This guy is taking a lot of like.
That's Kelly's husband.
This guy has a lot of like seriously. Keep on playing the video, please.
And then I want to point something out in
Yes.
this video.
Yes.
Pause it right here. Pause it right here. Pause it. Pause it.
So I want to just point out that the first video that was played, I just want if you can picture Pioneer Place, Pioneer Square. It's a huge brick area. The worship event from United Revival. I didn't organize the Jesus March like's been put out there. United Revival, a Christian group that's nationwide, they brought it into the city. We were on the outskirts of it. Antifa came into the square. We never moved. We just sat there. We stood the line of where we were. They kept coming closer and closer to us. You can see the girl in the microphone coming closer and closer and closer. As more people gathered from their side, they started coming further and further into the square. This clip right here, these people were not with us. They were tourists in the city. They were walking through, and as you can tell, the ones in black block right there, surrounded them. Somebody in the crowd said, "Oh my God, Antifa is following them because they think that this guy is wearing a Fred Perry polo, which is a national a shirt from the Proud Boys." He was not. He was literally just a tourist. And
You
so
can
they
see
surrounded
right
him.
here.
Yeah.
Look at this one guy with the green mask. If you look at in the bottom, look at his hand, bro. He has like some kind of a baton or something in his hand. And this guy and his lady, yeah, bro, they have no mask. They're doing nothing. He's just wearing a black T-shirt, okay? And he's in the. It's like you get caught wearing a LA hat in San Francisco, you know? Like, and they say, why do they? I mean, I get it, but this is straight out. These people are out there to get someone. Yeah. And this is why a lot of people ask me, why is Julie walking around with security? Maybe this is why. Yeah. Maybe this is why, where you're just walking down the street in America.
And like she said, like those tourists, journalists spreading some false information. Like she just clarified that she did not do this event. It was a Christian. It was like a Christian organization that did this event. You guys just were at the outskirts of it. You're participating. You know what I mean? It's something that the city is doing. You want to participate, you guys, and then you get met with these hoodlums who have nothing better to do than to come, and this is their life, to come and ruin, something that is of Christian, right? This Christianity is in attack.
This is normal to
and this is exactly, and this has become normalized in our city to where 30 minutes before this event started. So we did come in with a small security team, literally just so we could film. We had no intention of engaging with anyone. And as we got there, the head of security from United Revival told us that the police that were supposed to block off the streets, surround the perimeter, make sure that it was safe, they stood down and backed out. And so at that point, United Revival, the security from them was telling us that they had no help.
Yeah.
And so it instantly turned into like, okay, now they're coming into the square and getting closer and closer. I mean, it's very evident what happened. They're following tourists around unprovoked. They're coming and screaming in the faces. They also put out a flyer, a direct action flyer out on public, on social media the week prior that they were going to come and disrupt it. So they were burning Bibles outside. They were, coming in and antagonizing, and then they make it sound like, okay, because things finally went sideways, then, they're these victims. And it's like, if a real journalist were to ask a question, number one, why would Black Bloc, why would Antifa, why would these agitators even show up to an event like this in the city?
A family event.
A family event, and antagonize that way, and then be like, oh my gosh, they're attacking us. Like it's if you...
Well, one thing I gotta tell the audience, okay? I'm pretty sure Antifa and all your reporter type journalists, whatever you are, and you're all for the truth by twisting our words.
They're not for
You-
the truth.
They're not. You could twist my words as any way you want. I don't really care. I'm going to be straight up blunt and direct. We're doing, listen to me very carefully. We are doing a march, a rally, a gathering to honor our fallen heroes. Okay, these men and women, brave souls, gave their life, sacrificed the ultimate sacrifice. We're going to be there honoring them. We're going to be there praying for them. We're going to be there honoring our flag. The veterans who are still living, and going to pray for them. They do not fall in the capture of PTSD. Okay, PTSD, right? 22 a day are committing suicide from coming back from the war. We're going to go there and support all these men. We're going to go there and support the firemen. The very same firemen I post when they're running into a building to save your cat, to save your pets, to save your children, to save your grandparents, to save you and your wife. We're going to go there and honor the men and women in uniforms, the detectives, the good FBI and the good CIA and Secret Service.
Does such thing exist right now?
Yes, they do, but we're going to go honor all of them because every day they risk their lives to make sure our streets are safe. They try to, at least to the best they can. They do some
This has nothing
favoritism.
to do with the lower
But at the end of
ranking.
the day, I do stand and support the police, bro, because without them, we are not safe at all.
Brother,
Okay,
for
they
sure.
bring some kind of balance. And also the MTAs, all the medics on the field in the battle. Today's life, we're honoring all these people who are giving something other than their time to support us and to serve the humankind and serve the flag. Okay, and we're honoring all the other patriots like us, like my brother Christian. Christian is right there. My boy. He's all like, hey, tell him I'm single. Please, please, please tell him I'm single. I need a girl. Everybody. Christian is a young, handsome guy. If you're single and available, hit us up. Christian is willing to do interviews. My brother Chris,
All expense
right here,
paid,
bro. Like
double
this
date
guy,
with Uncle Edgar.
he took care of a stranger like his dad. Like they had a close bond. This is a patriot. This is a hero for me. Like everyday people could be heroes,
For sure.
But
Good
to
point,
say
Mano, good point.
to say I'm gonna go and if you're gonna come out there, whoever you are, if you're gonna come out there to do counter protest, I really want to sit there and say, seriously,
What are you protesting?
Seriously,
What are you protesting?
seriously,
Yeah.
they're protesting the fact that we're gonna go and pray over people who died.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a cemetery, burn our incense,
How ridiculous are you?
pray for our dead heroes who gave their life to
For them to have the right to come, okay, and antagonize and do what they're doing without any prejudice. That's what they're upset at. That they have certain rights and that their faces don't get smashed in. This is what are you guys doing? This is why I can never sit on a person's conscience. You're like, what the hell are you actually?
I mean, when we
for?
did
Like,
the
So right.
June 2nd, when we did the June 2nd protest at Satico Elementary School with the Leave Our Kids Alone was born. I mean, I get it. They were mad. We like.
what are they mad at? That
No, let me-
parents want to know what their children are
No,
doing?
we're not getting into that. I get it. The flag was burned. They were there, but to come and protest an event that we're giving honors to the fallen 13 heroes who by escape coming out of Afghanistan, these children died. These kids died, bro. The oldest is like 28-year-old.
Yeah.
They haven't even lived their life, and they gave the ultimate sacrifice, and we're going there to honor them.
Can I
So
ask
what are you going to come to protest? I mean, that's,
I
and I already know they're doing some
They're
bad
children.
media, but it's okay. You know what? At the end of the day, God is watching.
Yeah.
God
Can I
is
ask
going to
something?
be.
Can I ask something? Maybe they can answer this.
Everybody has a military family, and they're still looking down on this.
Our whole
event.
lineup is combat war veterans, Gold Star families, combat veterans. I mean, active duty is our whole lineup. And I don't understand why these particular groups they'll find anything. It doesn't even matter. There was somebody that was on our Instagram post that I was trying to have conversation with, because, you know, Chris and I have talked about this many times, is anybody that wants to come support the veterans and America first for the right reasons are welcome. But the first question I got was, well, how come you don't have a queer speaker? How do you know we don't have a queer speaker? Nobody asked anybody's sexual preference that was on our flyer.
Yeah.
Like, why would I ask somebody that? I think
we
that they would
shake
be
hands
surprised
first.
if they
Just say we
actually
shake.
knew the truth.
We
Like,
ask names first, shake hands
Right?
first, maybe a
It's a
hug
bizarre
before
question
we
to me.
understand what we do in the bedrooms. You know, it's like this used to be the common norm. We might have a gay person. Let him speak.
Exactly.
Let him speak. Nobody's like, you know, like blocking them. Like, no, gay man, get out here. Absolutely not. It fought for Manuk's flag, right? It fought for our flag. And it absolutely has a place. But when they come and do this, it has nothing to do with gay or anything, okay? They have an agenda. They're trying to rip everything that, you know, capitalism stands for. They're trying to rip it because you and I have already made up our mind. This is why they're concentrating on the youth, okay? Because like Nadek said this the best. It's like, you know, we should concentrate on the youth, right? Forget about us already because nobody can convince us otherwise. I mean, I don't care what they have to do. They have to, like, you know, dig up the foundation. We're already too rooted with how we had a life here. You know what I mean? How much we enjoyed it.
Hey, bro.
We see the good in here.
Nadek didn't say that. Nadek said they're going to make your kids gay. He
Well,
just said
Nadek
that.
says a lot of crazy shit. Nadek says a lot of crazy shit.
Nadek didn't say all that.
Yeah.
All he said is the water is making your kids gay.
It definitely
The
turns some
Catholic Church-
frogs gay, you know? Yeah.
No, but it's just not. It's really nonsense what they're doing. I mean,
They're there to disturb.
They'll find anything to try to just like be a mouthpiece
For sure.
and it's just so irrelevant to what's really happening. I mean, the amount of veterans that have reached out to us thanking us with gratitude and appreciation for bringing awareness to the PTSD and bringing the community together. We're going forward. This is going to happen every year.
Hell
in
yeah.
a different city. It's getting bigger and bigger, and the people that are reaching out to us with large accounts that our biggest and our primary goal right now is to start bringing resources that the veterans can use and easily access. And if you're America First, you're about the American flag. We don't care what group you stand with. You know, outside of this, we welcome anyone. Like you can tell on our flyer, we have people. We had Lexit, we had Loka. I mean, we have we had different people. We're not like that. American Made Patriots is inclusive of anybody that stands for the patriotism of our country, our veterans, our fallen, and want to support for the right cause in the country.
Sweet.
Yes, I'm sorry. I have to say this because you touched a very touchy subject for me. A lot of people can be against me on this. A lot of people cannot be against me on this. But I was an Armenian only person.
Yes.
I was proud to be Armenian. Everything I did was Armenia. I didn't care about America in a sense because I knew that America was the strongest country. I lived in the strongest country. We got the army very strong and protecting us. Not until last year.
Right.
Last year, I was like, wait a minute. Something
We need
happened.
help and prayer.
Something
What
happened.
happened, Americans?
So I put away my Armenian flag. I swear to God. A lot of people hit me up. My Armenian people hit me up. They're like, Manuk, you have no content on Armenian, like anything of Armenia. I'm like, bro, like I picked up the American flag. I put down my Armenian flag in my room, like, and I want to make this country strong.
Yes.
Before this country could step in and help anybody to do anything for any other country, including Armenia, I have to make sure I'm safe here.
Your daughters.
My
your
family is
daughters are gonna
safe
grow
here.
up in
My
here.
future is secure. My country that I live in is secure. So I picked up my American flag, and I'm saying America and only America.
Yes.
I don't care for Israel. I really do not care for Israel. Do I care for Palestine? Hell no. I don't care for Palestine either. I must care for Russia or Ukraine, right? Guess what? No. Screw them all. I don't care about none of them. The only thing that I care about is this flag behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this flag behind me, bottom line, if you don't like this flag, then we got a problem. Then what are you doing in this country? Then you're my enemy. I don't care if you're white, if you have U.S. citizenship. I don't care. Domestic terrorism is the worst kind of terrorism. If you're
Amen to
out there
that.
in the streets
Yes.
screaming, dead to America, dead to Christianity, and you want to burn my flag, I mean, seriously, bro.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I don't want to get hot tempered. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to be very disrespectful.
Yes.
But I tell everybody that follows me, everybody that knows me, for me, right now, at this second, is America first. America only, and our troops and our boys and our girls in the armed forces. Don't look at just because we have one weird, I don't know what to call that person, a general. That person is not no general. I would never lead a battle with that general. That she eat creepy. What's his name? Do you know his name? McCarthy something, right? General something. No, I will never go to war with. I will not even go anywhere with that person,
Yeah.
right? But that's not the only general we have. We have one of the
Take me
strongest.
as a POW. Fuck this. This is Manuk. Take me as a POW.
Missing in action,
I'm at this
MIA,
bitch.
you know.
I start speaking Chinese, no problem. Ling ling, I good.
Yeah,
Well,
so
and that's another reason why Chris and I started this is we've always been America first. We don't advocate for any other foreign wars, our money going to foreign war. We don't advocate for one country over another. We've always been America first, God, country, family, and the American flag. So, I mean, that really
Amen.
accompany that, you know,
Because at
that-
the moment, I'm so sorry, there's no room. There's no room for anybody else. We got stripped out of all the resources. Where it went to this country, it went to that country, and they kind of took away from the very boys that we have that were depending on some of this, whether it's
Yeah.
some sort of medical that they need, some sort of mental that they need, you know. All that money just got sent to somebody else because some fat bastards who are making policies, right? Because this is how they feel right now. They have interests there. We need to let's bring democracy to Ukraine. Motherfucker, you don't have any idea what Ukraine is. That's just another section of Russia. What they did pretty much was they put two brothers against one another. Like you said, there's a gentleman who took his life because of the pain that he couldn't live with his brother. Okay? What we did was we went and we put two brothers together, and now we're just like, just throwing all that money at one brother that is never going to be able to hurt the other brother.
yes.
Yeah, I got passionate too. Hey, man,
No,
you're the only
it's-
passionate one on the panel,
No,
man.
it is
I'll stick you, my boy.
No, it is passionate.
It is.
It is, and it's the war heroes. Nobody else was really doing just an America First rally, and it's not.
There's a lot of Trump stuff. There's a lot of all that stuff, and that's why I see there's a difference between a lot of patriots and a lot of Trumpers. I say there a lot of people are
Absolutely.
Trumpers because they're patriots, but you don't see them coming out for anything other than Trump events. I've noticed this with they're fun, Trump stuff. It was good in 2020, 2021. A lot of things were going on. We were backing Trump. A lot of things went sideways. But I feel like a lot of people are still waiting on just Trump, on him to be back in office, and the world's going to be great again.
It doesn't work that way, right, Chris?
No, there's so many things that, there's people that have been fighting the bills, what you guys have been doing with parental rights. Everything has to be done local. And I feel like a lot of people are more Trumpers than actually patriots and doing stuff.
Everybody's
Just
looking for
in
a
the
savior.
city.
Nobody wants to do anything outside of just get a hero. Everybody wants a hero. This is not a movie. This is what Disney and stuff did to people.
You
like
know
movies did
what's
to
the sad part
America.
about? I noticed I was a Democrat. It's not a secret. I've said this many times. I'm a Republican right now. The Republican and patriots have different flags, because I know patriots who are patriots and they're fighting for abortion, but they will never come to Leave Our Kids Alone rally. I know patriots who are all Trumpers. They will never come to War Heroes rally. I'm all like, wait a minute, but they're the same thing. War heroes and Trumps and children and abortion. But yeah, that's those children already exist. We don't care about those. We care about the ones who are getting aborted. Wait a minute. Like, honestly, I'm thinking, you care about the unborn babies. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm very pro-life, right? But you don't care about the children that are being groomed and sexualized and raped and sold in sex slavery. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you care, that's why I say I stand for Palestinian children. I don't stand for Palestine. I stand for Israeli children. I don't stand for Israel. I stand for Ukrainian children.
You know?
Like
The
the
innocent
children.
children across the board need to be protected and prayed for.
Amen.
Period.
Bottom line,
It's
period.
not- yeah.
Now you want to talk about flags. Okay, we can start with the greatest flag in the world is this flag behind me.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with this flag, then you shouldn't be in this country.
Yeah.
Our government should look at the people who are willing to sacrifice the ultimate for this flag and keep them here. Even those the ones who came like trying to get asylum and who still don't have documents, right? Rather than the ones who are screaming here like dead to America. Like, do you want that kind of a citizen in your do you want that kind of a neighbor?
In front of a bus at a very high rate of speed. Yeah. Okay, can I say something real quick? I really like what Chris said, so I want to reiterate something on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you guys said that it's not like really a Trump thing, it's just patriots, right? Okay, so under the Biden administration, right, a lot of bad stuff, let's say, happened. There's a lot of boys, you know, that will go and fight and not even care for the president that's there. They are given an order. They're going to fulfill that order, okay? Now, these are also going to be some men that do not want to be there, but they're going to fulfill that order, okay? And if something, God forbid, happens to them and they come back, like, what kind of a country, you know what I mean, doesn't take care of it's veteran, the person that didn't want to go but did what you wanted to do, whether it believed it was right or wrong, you know. But now they're back. They need certain services, but they don't have that. This is why I can understand why, let's say, some of the left have a pretty good argument in, you know, what they're saying as well. It's not that all left, you know, because I talk to leftists that are all for veterans. They are married to veterans. They live with veterans. They love veterans. Okay? The only thing is we need to find that common denominator to bring us all. And there is a huge division. Oh, this guy is gay. Oh, this guy is this. This guy is this. Nah, man. What you guys are doing is under the American flag. It's about the guys that make sure we have the rights that we do. Okay? We need to protect. Like, if you don't have a good Navy, an Army, an Air Force, you have nothing. You don't have a country. Even like your neighboring weak country will come and take you over. Manuk, I can't hear myself. Are we good? Hello? Oh, hello.
Oh, now I can hear.
Okay, good.
Loud, bro.
I was born loud, man.
And with this war heroes, you know, we're saying it's non-political.
It's non-political.
Because we think a certain way. We don't agree with everything on the right. We think for ourselves. And I all these years, I've been involved with veterans, ex-POWs for 10-plus years. We've held events at the VA. We did a National POW Recognition Day. I held luncheons for the POW chapters. We did a lot of stuff, and we've never asked for party lines like, oh, hey, do you vote for Trump? Do you vote for Biden? Which way do you vote? Or what do you think about this? They're all family there, and they know not everybody agrees, but that's never stopped us from working together, from working with other people,
sure.
and honoring everybody, celebrating the veterans.
Because they have a common pain together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is it has nothing to do with political lines. Like,
I don't
everything is
care if you're
political.
Muslim, if you're Jewish, if you're Christian, if you're white, black, Chinese, Asian, Armenian, American, whatever. This is not real. It has nothing to do with any of that.
Right.
You live in this country. If you respect this country and the people who served and gave the ultimate sacrifice, this is the number one issue that I'm having, bro. Like, seriously, man, you know, Trump will come and go. This guy and that guy will come and go. We'll still do this march 8 years from now, 10 years from now. This has nothing to do with Trump. This has nothing to do with Biden. This is strictly war heroes. Believe me, 4 years from now, when Trump is no more president, we're still going to do this rally, bro. Mm-hmm. Why is that so hard for you to understand? We're not patriot for Trump only. Okay? And personally, I'm voting for Trump.
Me too.
I have no other option. Okay? Some of the stuff they're doing is, I mean...
There's no law and order.
But I'm not going to stray away from my mission. My mission is for Trump to come into office because there is no one else to come into office. We need Trump in there, right? But to say that like so I don't support a lot of the stuff he says. You know, like I'm
We
for.
don't agree 100% with everything.
We don't
he
agree
says.
100% either.
Well, that's why we're humans, right? We're not 100% ourselves.
We're not supposed to agree on
Why
everything.
don't I'm sorry? Why don't you finish the ending of this clip? Because I want to give a shout out to
Oh.
that security
Yeah,
guard.
because I do want to
Be-
give a shout out
Before
to.
you
give him
guys
a
go
shout
on.
out, folks. See, we agreed on something here, okay?
Man, so this guy is defending his girl, saying we have nothing to do with these people. We're just tourists walking around. And then here comes this one security guard that's hired to protect them, but he sees something happening like 20 feet, 25 feet away from him in the intersection.
Right,
And
so-
this is what he does. Go ahead, roll the clip, Christian. please. Stop right here. Stop right here. Stop right here. No, go back a little bit.
Okay,
I wish you
so
went
I'll
back.
tell you
That's
a
our
little
dude?
bit.
This dude just
That's
came
my-
up and stopped, like went in front of these guys, bro. Like, and then until they crossed the street, I was like, oh my God, man,
really
this guy, look at him.
So
American face and all.
These are the men we roll with, we surround ourselves with. We
Amen.
have to
Are
protect
they
the
here
women.
today?
We have to protect the women, and that's what a lot of us guys do. They say that we go out there to school boards that we don't belong to. We don't do this. Yeah, we do this because the females who want to speak up, they feel threatened by the
Absolutely.
opposition, by the threats, the violence.
That's what we
got.
gotta
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
That's why all these guys, you guys speaking up, everybody coming by, we get a lot of trash talked about us, but. Who else is going to protect
Yeah.
the women and then make them feel safe
You
enough to speak?
you know, last year we had a lot of bikers. I want to give a shout out to all the bikers that were there, especially my
Flash,
girl.
Road Queen.
Flash for sure. That's my
Flash,
boy.
yeah.
But Road Queen, the real Road Queen, Gigi, my girl Gigi, she fell and she got
heard
hurt. Like the
that.
bike is
Blessings
hurt,
to
but
her,
it's okay,
yeah.
not too hurt. But this year we got my brothers. My biker brothers, they reached out and they were like, hey, bro, you part of this? I was like, yeah. They're like, we're coming. You know, I was
Yeah.
like, amen. So we're going to roll down deep tomorrow. I want to give a shout out to my brothers in Brigade, man.
Amen.
I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Brigade is my
Yeah.
family, and I got them. I'm not one of the bikers. I'm not an MC. You know, I'm a G, so, you know, so, but
G,
I,
not the
like, I ride with them
MC.
anytime, you know, like, they're my brothers, for sure, and
Yeah.
I'm very honored to have them with me,
Amen.
and this is multicultural. When you look at this guy right here, Christian, zoom in, this guy, look at the camera, bro, look at the camera. This guy is
He's
not
really
a white boy.
Mexican.
He's not a white boy for
really
a year.
Mexican. He's
I
really
thought he was a Mexican. I mean, white boy, and then Jules says, no, he's not no white boy, he's a Mexican.
He's a whiteican. He's a whiteican.
From Sinaloa, and, you know.
Can I ask you guys something about this gentleman? This guy has military service. The guy that came in and the security, or no?
Most likely.
He does the security. of the
He's
site.
private.
He's private. No, but does he have like did he go to the military? Is he a veteran by any chance? Because the point I'm going to make is like this is a mentality of a veteran. This is what I want to make. You know what I mean? Just because they're there for security, and that's why he was given a shout out to, hey, the fire department, like the firemen, the policemen, the this, right?
Yeah.
He's there to do security. You know, it's outside of his like duty, outside of his job, right? But he saw somebody that needed help right there, right? And he
Oh, yeah,
went and he
absolutely.
intervened. This is what a serviceman does. This is what a police
Absolutely.
officer does. This is what a fireman does. You know,
what a man does.
Yes.
That's what a man does.
What you mentioned as well, you know, and then Manuk knows this best because I was not present at that very moment. You know, one of the videos that went viral is our sister Lucine Kirakosian.
Yeah.
And you can see her shaking and talking to a person like, we gave you a chance, you know, we wanted to. And what was happening, it was pretty much the mothers that we allowed for them to, you know, voice their concerns because fathers are working, right? And what happened is these Antifa bastards, you know, who wanted to like what? As a man, you're going to come and try to face a woman and you don't think there's going to be backlash? You don't think you're going to
Right.
make people boil where they're going to come after hunting you, come after your father, your mother, and everybody else? That's not how it works, you know, because you're a coward. Only a coward would do such thing, okay?
Yes.
As
and
a
then
matter
they
of
say
fact,
to me,
our girl was at the RNC.
She was.
She was, and she was sporting our Leave Our Kids Alone t-shirt. I was like, that's
Remember
my
that
girl.
name. It's Lucine Kirakosyan, and she is the Valley's champion, okay?
Yeah.
She's taking us places
The
under
biggest
her
mama
leadership.
bear ever, the toughest actually. Yeah, hell yeah.
So a last
Crazy.
thing on this, I just want to say, because I don't want to let this go, but these guys that came into the city with me this day for the Jesus March, I just want to reiterate that the last 4 worship events that I've been to in Portland have all been attacked by Antifa. Unprovoked. Literally, they just came into our event just to cause havoc and chaos and attack the event. One time it was with explosives. At the other time, it's just, with their, it's all out there. But anybody that would question why we would want to have security coming into a city at a Christian worship event, just go look online and look what the past history has shown. These guys that came in with us that day had no intention of fighting. I'm absolutely in full support. I'm never going to take back my words of being in support of these guys. And shame on the Portland police for not surrounding and protecting the citizens at a permitted event that they canceled 30 minutes prior. If they would have showed up and been there, these guys would have never had to even step in.
Can I say fuck the police? Just for the
You know,
fuck
you
of
know,
it?
you know. The only reason,
Talk to me
Fuck the
about
Portland police.
the only
I gotta
reason
get
you
one
don't
out.
have
I
security.
gotta get one out.
The only reason we don't have private security like this tomorrow is because the security is going to protest with you tomorrow, Every man, child, and woman over there is going to be security. Believe me.
My baby knows how to open up a butterfly.
Believe me, bro. You don't know these mama bears, how tired and exhausted they are from all this nonsense. And to go recap on our girl being at the RNC, did you guys hear the speech Donald Trump made last night?
I didn't.
I did
Oh
not.
my God, it was the best speech ever. I have the recording. I will text my brother Christian, and he can choose to find it.
I
if
saw
he
Hulk
can.
Hogan rip his
But
shirt. I was like, fuck
no,
this, I'm out.
No, I got something better.
Nate's in the chat. Nathan Cisneros.
What's up, Nate?
Hey, Nate.
Hold on. Let me see if I can send this. Christian, I'm going to send you this real quick right now.
Hey, if it's like that, my wifey's in the chat. Hey, baby.
That's right. Hello,
Daddy's
everybody.
coming home.
Message.
And then I have a public message for Antifa one more time. Mwah, okay?
Oh, man. Hold on, man. I want to... You guys could talk.
And all these guys, they feel comfortable and tough in large groups, but you don't see them out on the streets acting the same way.
Well, you can't see their face. It's a coward. It's a coward. You understand? It has to do it in darkness. It has to come behind you. It will not face you. It's not a
Christian,
man.
I just texted you, bro.
It's not a man. It's coming after women.
This part, I thought Trump made the most gangsterist, like the most gangsterist. Like he went out all gangster with this. Like, oh boy, look what he just said.
Let's judge
sending
his
it to
gangster. Okay?
I swear, bro, this fool just went all out with this, man. But before this download is still coming, Christian, why don't you play that one hero? How disgrace! I mean, my whole body was shivering. My whole body was shivering when I saw this. I was so upset, so mad that I was about to punch my TV. Then I realized I just got a new TV. I can't do that right now. But this boiled, when I saw this, I mean, I'm not going to speak on it until we see this. Was so horrific, so disrespectful. I mean, what are these people really asking us to do? Start a war or something? Like, are you serious? Show this clip real quick. Pause right there, bro. Thomas Matthew Crooks, rest in peace, an American hero. This is the guy who tried to kill President Trump. Are you seriously trying to say somewhere in America we got Americans doing this shit?
Yeah.
They're trying to say killing President Trump is heroic? When was killing anybody heroic?
Disgusting.
I mean, I'm old school, bro. I mean, if you want to kill someone, step up to a man's face and try to kill
Wait,
someone.
that
You know what
actually
I'm
is
saying?
that actually is the shooter?
Yeah, this is
That's
the guy who
one
shot.
that died.
This is the
I
one
have
that
my
died.
own theory on this poor bastard. You know, he had everything set up for him. He even went up top to the roof, and then
It took 3 of them to shoot
There are
President
some-
Trump,
let's-
but they couldn't succeed.
let's let the theorists
but
do their
these,
job.
but to do this in America,
It's not him. Fuck him. It's this prick that's here.
of course, not
Okay?
him.
Not
I mean,
him. Fuck him. It's this prick's mentality that thinks that somebody trying to assassinate a president, you know what I mean, is
Yeah.
of a heroic act. Really, fucker? You know, it's
they
like,
should arrest this guy for pushing.
They can't.
I mean, bro, this is telling people to go and do the same thing.
this is protected under the very flag
This
that you
is
love as well.
commercial. This
No,
is like
no.
pushing people. Like, how else can I say go do this other than doing something like this? Like,
This
if
is
I was a
called-
child, I'd be like, wait a minute. If you shoot President Trump, then you're a hero. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, this is the wrong message to be portraying.
For
and,
sure.
and whoever this guy is, they should really look into him. What's his agenda to do this? Like, this is sick, bro. This is like.
They're not
I
going to
mean-
look into him. This is still currently Biden's America, right? What do? They gave like this one rabbi who did some molestation 9 months of probation. But if the father went and beat the shit out of that rabbi, okay, and unalived it or something, he would have went lifetime to jail. You can't do that. Currently, this is why we don't agree with Trump or whatever the hell Trump is going to do. But he is a man of law and order. We might see a little bit more law and order where there's a lot of lawlessness that's going on right now,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of lawlessness, like $995. Well, all the shoes that I like are about $600-700. That means I can just go wear them and walk the fuck out. I feel so guilty for paying for anything. I shit you not. There's been multiple instances where I'm at Home Depot and I see some person just taking the tools. I'm like, fuck, why am I paying $300 for
Christian,
this?
did you get that clip?
You know what I mean? We want a little bit more law and order, okay?
Yeah.
Police, like, okay, I say I want a little bit more reform and stuff, but that's cool. You know, it doesn't mean I don't want cops. I don't want to do a cop's job. I want to go to work. I want to do my thing. I want there to be patrolling where there's this not lawlessness going on. It's not like I'm against them or anything. I do know that, you know, they do certain shit that they shouldn't, okay? Like, don't try to do this as a gang, you know? You
Yeah.
work for me. My tax dollar pays you, you know? So there are certain reforms I would like to see. I would like to see a non-lethal shot before anything, especially if it's a person that's unarmed, where there are certain cases made. Now, it's not all of them. It's not the rule, but there are some. So there are like advancements or improvements that could be made. But I'm not saying like no cops, no nothing, because again, there's only so many times I could watch somebody walk out with something, and I'm gonna walk out with something myself. You know, why the hell
Yeah.
not?
Bro, at the end of the day, we
For the
need
hardworking
cops.
American, that is hard
It
to
is.
see.
It breaks your heart. Like,
It's
why am
hard
I
to
giving
see.
my dollar?
And this guy was this fool right here. He was recognized 3 hours before the shooting. Before he did anything, 3 hours he was already a suspect. But they ignored him. They ignored the fact that he carried 12-foot ladder to a building with a AR-15.
Yeah.
They didn't see none of that. For 3 hours, he's mingling around in the backstage where no one could be for 3 hours. Seriously, you know,
It's not seriously, bro. That is
But
a setup of some
it
sort.
is.
It
This
is.
poor bastard died. This is my opinion. So, can I say something? And then you guys jump in, all right? After September 11, it took 20 years for all these theories to come out and everything to be proven right. I'm not going to make a judgment right now on what happened. There's too many angles. There's too many possibilities, too many openings, okay? And I'm not going to say, hey, you know, go Trump, because it could have been set up from Trump camp. You know what I mean? That might have been the switch vote. I don't know yet. I'm going to sit back, and all these theorists are doing what they're doing, especially with that one FBI lady who, you know, made a signal. Everybody is ducking, and she has her phone. She's going to get, you know, a lot of stuff is going to surface still. We have to see it
Yeah.
through. I'm not going to make a judgment that, you know, it was Iraq. Let's go bomb Iraq. I'm not.
It's not Iraq, it's Iran. They're saying it's Iran.
Yeah. Now it's Iran. Okay.
There is a comedy. Iraq and Iran are different. Don't bomb my
Iran.
country. This is not Iraq. This is Iran.
But what I'm saying is, again, I'm not. I gotta wait a little bit before I pass judgment, because a lot of investigation, whether it's from the outside, I don't trust the FBI to do it. Okay, they're just
Yeah.
gonna Epstein that list a little bit. You know, let's just let's just wait a little bit before we say, because I personally think this poor fool was the sacrificial goat.
Yeah,
Okay,
also
fuck him, but he was the sacrificial goat.
He was. I mean, it was so obvious that bigger, higher powers were at play here. It's just they chose. We're living in a great times because the people they're trying to hire, they're all like those weirdos, they, them, he, she, DB, element PQRST. That's why he took three. They hired three different gunmen to do the pew-pew on our president, and all three of them, one of them died, and the other two were like, why didn't you get him? Why? Yeah, you know, I mean, we're lucky they were not professionals. They didn't know what they're doing, and to do something like this in broad daylight in United States of America, I mean, this guy would have been shot in any other country. The communist country that these people, these pedos,
want so much.
these pedophiles are screaming so much. Guess what? In those communist countries, this guy would have been shot holding that board. He would have just bam right there. Why? Because you're going against everything they're doing.
Yeah.
He would be lucky if he got shot. You know, Fidel Castro would have kept it alive and did shit to it, okay? Like some sexual shit, probably. This is what happens.
Fidel Castro maybe would have had him roll cigars for the rest of his life.
He would have him do the Mexican show with the donkey over and over and over. It's like,
Oh, there's that Mexican thing.
Yeah, this is your new life. That's Tijuana, you know? It's like they have that show. I'm going to check it out one day. It's on the bucket list.
Did you get that message I sent you? Okay, so this, I'm going to talk about it, but then you can put it up. It's okay. The Trump goes in his speech, hour-and-a-half speech, right? And then he goes, I was meeting with the Taliban leader. And they asked me, why you meet with him? I say, because the whole action is with him. Who else I'm going to meet with? You know, he's the man with the whole action. I'm like, you're onto something. And then he goes, this Taliban leader said, hey, Trump, why did you show me the house of the picture? You have it? Why don't you put it, bro? I swear.
That is gangster. That's gangster.
I mean, this is the most gangster stuff.
shit.
Let's go. Roll that, bro.
Abdul, still there, still the head of the
Still there.
Taliban. The press got on me. Why would you speak to him? I said, because that's where the killing is. Speak to somebody that has
I
nothing
missed
to
this
do
guy.
with it. And I told him, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever, ever do that again. You got to stop. Because during the Obama administration, many great people and soldiers, but a lot of soldiers were being killed from long distance. I said, if you keep doing that, you're going to be hit harder than anybody's ever been hit by a country before.
Yeah. But listen, this is not it.
And he said, I understand, Your Excellency. He called me Your Excellency. I wonder if he calls the other guy Your Excellency. The other guy gave him everything. I mean, what kind of a deal was that? He gave him everything. You know that right now Afghanistan is one of the largest sellers
It's a sad
of
story.
weapons in the world. They're selling the brand new, beautiful weapons that we gave them.
Yeah.
But think of it.
At the botched
He actually said to
withdrawal.
me, but why do you show me a picture of my home? I said, you'll have to ask your people or one of your wives. But he could figure it out. And for 8 years,
shut it down, bro.
he had not one attack on an American.
That fool gave the most gangsterous answer. He said you can ask your people or your wife. They will tell you why I showed you the picture of your house. Alas fucking gatansı.
That is pretty good.
This fool gangster that shit.
That was pretty gangster, yeah.
What were you doing in my house? Ask your wife for me. I don't know. I was just there.
Well, he's the one who talks about is like he died like a dog, a beautiful dog.
A beautiful dog.
I I miss his tweets. Yeah, there is
Did you
no
imagine
comparison.
Biden like that?
No, there is no comparison. That's what I was gonna say. We're actually going in it. There is no comparison. Okay, this guy is conscious. Okay.
Excuse me, I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry, I need a break. 1 second.
Oh man. Yeah, this guy is conscious. When this guy speaks, people listen. He can still speak. Okay, Biden, even from beginning of his presidency, right? He was never in control. That is my opinion. It's been the same opinion from his presidency. Okay, so a lot of things are also coming to light to where where they did mess with. Maybe we can't officially call it like pandering with the votes and stuff, but there was a lot of stuff done against this man at the time that it was done. And now there is a shift. I don't know if you guys, how well you pay attention to what's going on with the media right now. There's a shift. There's a lot of people that put this guy through the mud, right? Now all of a sudden, they're gonna need a pardon of some sort, or they're not gonna want to be in his trigger hair, right? Because it's like this guy has got the mean tweets. He's gonna dump it on them, but he doesn't use Twitter anymore, or X, right? He has his dumbass social media. Nobody uses. It's just his mega base. It's just not that much fun, but there is a very high probability. What I also want to tell, let's say, audience or so, it's just because all this happened, it's not solidified. There's still, when the time comes, you're going to mail in those ballots, okay? You're going to go up and you're going to stand in those lines. And we got to get somebody who, who that we believe is not a savior. And there's nobody going to save me. I'm going to save myself. Yeah. But we just need a little bit more law and order before I start stealing shit from Home Depot myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I want to clarify that too, what Chris said earlier about when you brought up the Trump thing about the Trump rallies. We're in support of Trump, obviously, but we have been noticing for a long time that people will travel a long ways to go to a Trump rally, but when it comes to like an event for the veterans or America First, then it's like, it's maybe too hot.
Not so much, yeah.
Too hot, too far to travel, but they'll have flag waves, Trump rallies, stuff like that. And I just think that the priorities in our country need to kind of get back to the basics. Our freedom has been afforded to us by our veterans. And I just think that the focus and the shift of the importance of our veterans, the military, those still serving, and obviously the ones that have flourished need to be given the credit and the resources that they deserve.
And that's why I got a lot of love for everybody who's been, with the parental rights, with everybody's been making moves, trying to do something better in their own communities and their cities, and working. People never thought about going into Congress or anything. People are stepping up, and that's why we support everybody. It's our own communities, our local stuff that makes changes first before, President Trump comes in and.
Of course, it affects your lives. Your everyday life has to do with, let's say, it's like we're not woke, but we are awake, right? That is there's the current saying. It's like we slept. Whether it's my generation, I blame myself. If I blame somebody else, I will never learn. It's very easy and it's very lazy to blame somebody else, right? Fool me once, shame on you, right? Fool me twice. It's like a lot of people are like, all right, you know what? It seems like I have to work, I have to raise kids, and I kind of have to do this as well. Okay, that's what it's really coming out to. Right. I kind of have to do this as well.
It's not really
you have to
fun
be conscious.
all the time.
It's
Absolutely.
not. It's not supposed to be fun. We're going there. It's like an hour and a half. I got like a somewhat of a threat. It's like because I'm a North Hollywood, right? I'm a Valley person. But what happens when somebody comes from another community? Hey, you know what? You guys are doing kind of good things. Can you come and just support us? We're gonna go and support him. So what? Absolutely. That my kid doesn't go to that school. It's like it has nothing to do with that.
It trickles into every community, every state. It's our whole country. And people that say that you can't go to a different county to support, the children in the community is just...
It's stupid. It's stupid. Absolutely. It's like sometimes also, when we go, right, people are very docile. I've noticed that, right? Everybody in today's society, nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. But the opposite side is walking over you. Oh, yeah. But the opposite side is walking over you. When are you going to say, like, I could care less for my neighbor's feelings? I don't care if he has that freaking rainbow flag with the transgender deal on there. I don't care. I also stand for something. I want their security as much as I want mine. I'm not going to it's not just about your security, your month. Nah, man, we want a day, right? We just gave them like Antifas, right? So when the entire month of LGBTQ happened, the worst thing that those Spideys, Mighties reported was what? One preacher just preaching while these people were marching, right? And there was a bunch of people there who were just like, shaming the preacher. Like they're shaming a preacher. Without the preacher, without religion, there is no shame, right? It's like, they're shaming. That's the worst that they got. But should we want to march? Should somebody want to say, okay, we're just doing 1 day, it's not 30 days. Let's all get together, right? It's a Christian march, or it's a Christian event.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seen with, we're gonna have like rivals of Antifa. Like it doesn't sit with you.
Yeah.
And this is the importance while it's like you have to speak to your community, and not only speak, not only just give them dates. Hey, can you come? No, you have to lift their spirits. You have to like inform them of what they don't know.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I have so many like people that I love. When I open up my mouth, I already know how much I can tell them. You know why? Because I'm a service contractor. I'm inside their house. And these people that love me, that I love so much, CNN is on their television, you guys. Mm-hmm. You understand? They are getting some shit. But I can't hold that on that person. I'm not going to like say, you know what, this stupid lefty or this, all you can do is like, in a respectful manner, hey, let me introduce something that I think that's, let me introduce this. It's not automatically go for the kill because it's a CNN or an MSNBC or an NBC person. That's, these are the elderlies. It's like they're not on their social medias. They're not on their, like, they're watching television. And what has television done? It's like it's screwed everybody. The current...
No,
right?
It's so true. I'm just thinking about... just the stuff, the garbage and the rhetoric, the propaganda that we've witnessed so much. And I'm just thinking about some of the comments that the left has put out regarding this event. And one thing that I've wanted to address, and I didn't know if I was going to or not, but it's about the Proud Boys and being at these events.
Please.
I'm like a little bit in awe of how much these, I don't know all these little clicky accounts you guys have down here in California. I've looked at their accounts a couple times when people have sent me screenshots, but these accounts, from what I've looked at, and I've traveled the country in a lot of different states and covering a lot of different things and have been around real journalists, the stuff that they post on their personal lives literally get no interaction. It just seems like they regurgitate this same stuff. Like, it's a Proud Boy event. Chris and Julie bring in the Proud Boys. This and that. It's like the only way that they can get traction and stay relevant. And it's just like, it blows my mind. Our event last year in Hollywood, they were like, oh, you guys had all these Proud Boys. Dude, I didn't know who the Proud Boy... I didn't know. After the fact, I found out there was one Proud Boy there, but it wasn't like anybody came in colors. I wouldn't have known, just as if I don't know somebody's sexual preference. Nor, to be honest with you, do I care. I don't care who's at this event. It's not a Proud Boy event. I can tell you that.
That's right.
For 100, it is not a Proud Boy event. If there wanted to be 100 Proud Boys there, I don't care. If they're supporting the military, if they have military ties, if they're supporting the country, if they don't come causing chaos, I don't care what group comes.
They're mad that Proud Boys show up. That
it's weird to me.
They love
for our audience, can you guys just explain what Proud Boys are for our audience? Because it's like you guys have them there, we have a few here, but what are the Proud Boys? What are these people associated with that has a negative connotation to them or a derogatory connotation to them that our audience, what are the Proud Boys?
Well, it's a drinking club.
It's a drinking club?
Yeah. And, they have chapters everywhere. They've gotten a bad rap for a lot of stuff, just like with anybody, one person can do something and it'll taint the whole movement or a whole group. And not everybody's like that. They see what they pass on TV, a few bad seeds here and there. But
is it like completely white folk, or is there like, let's say, Latinos and stuff like this?
All over.
They're all over, right? This is a multi-racial, multi-national organization who likes to drink, and every once in a while would like to say, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Right, but it's just like we have friends in the gay and lesbian community too, and it's not like saying, oh, they're because one was a pedophile, we don't classify the whole group as pedophiles. I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
So to like have something go sideways with one of these Proud Boys, to classify all of them as
Because they're not journalists. They
They're
need
not-
a hit piece.
Yeah,
they
will
need
call-
something
they're all
for
violent.
all 17 of their members who comment, like, and share to stay relevant. Absolutely, that's what that is. And then some of these assholes, which there was a major concern when we were speaking. There was a major concern, Edgar, because it's different in Portland, right? They have numbers for
Yes.
them. They are actually coming out there to hurt you, right? Here they are nothing. Here they are nothing. Maybe there
Yeah.
are pockets, but like I told you, Riverside doesn't mess around. Growing
Yeah.
up, we didn't do any crime in Riverside because it's like
Yeah.
they don't mess around.
Yeah.
San Bernardino does not mess around. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can't be an outsider coming and messing in my community.
Yeah.
God bless those communities. They are taking care of their citizens. You see what I mean?
Well, if you see the transgender, the man that was arrested in Portland this last weekend, there are, we do have Sharp, we have John Brown, like we have a lot of different pretty severe radical anarchist groups in Portland. And I just think that there is one person in particular down here, a female, that says she's an independent journalist, but she's tagging and reposting stuff from Portland. Like, I don't even know if she's ever been in my city, but
Who's this?
it's Kelly Stewart, Sky Spider.
Spidey?
Fox Spider.
It's Spidey?
Hey, Spider.
love
No, but listen.
Spider.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock you out.
Spidey.
Okay, but listen, to be honest with you, when I first had contact with her, I honestly believed her when she said, she gets targeted as a female, that she's an independent journalist. This was a year or so ago.
We give her a hard time, but we like her being there. It
She
just
has a
spices things up. She's-
very
that's what she
nice
is.
portrait of me. I can't wait.
She takes
Spider.
good photos of
you
us.
better bring me my portrait, Spider.
Wallet size.
But guys,
And I didn't think that she needed to be targeted as a female. This was over a year ago. I don't know, honestly, what Chris and I have ever done to this woman, but all of a sudden she thinks she's best friends with Portland Antifa leftist accounts, and she feels the need for some reason to regurgitate this stuff over and over.
Basically making Julie a target.
And targeting me now as a woman when I literally have told
comments or
everybody to
postings.
stay away from. I've basically told everybody to stand down on her because I didn't want her. I just don't think political violence is a good thing.
violence is bad thing, period. I mean, we don't condone violence. And Sky Spider, if you're watching, I've told you this before, if you keep your respectful way, I mean, they're going to translate anything we do into a bad way anyways. They
Yeah,
are.
and I
But
know that I
before-
thought she was
can I-
different
can I
when
say
I first
something?
heard of her, but
No.
now I clearly
In Armenian,
see
I
she's
told
probably
you.
the most manipulative.
You can't
Yeah.
be friends with
A red
you
cow
can keep
does
them
not
close,
change its height,
but
okay?
don't be
That's
friends
what that
with
is.
them.
She's a red cow.
Yeah, it
Everybody-
wasn't friends. I just thought back in the day that she really was
No.
a journalist, but
No,
she's
no.
not. She's a propagandist,
There's a lot
and
of
she
stuff
is a
that I-
provocateur.
That I
Big
told
time.
people to back off of her and just leave her alone.
Yeah.
As a female.
Because
just
she's
leave her alone.
irrelevant. Yeah, you know what I mean? She's irrelevant. It's like you guys do your
Christian,
thing.
This whatever you pinned, the pinned message that says zoom in. That's the Zoom? That's the Zoom. I mean, look at guys. We have a Zoom call. We've been
First of its
saying we
kind.
have a Zoom call.
First of its kind.
It's been pinned in the bottom, but I have no Zoom callers. Someone call me, damn it. Someone, one of you hang up the Instagram, get up the live, and Zoom call me, bro. I want to test this out,
Hey,
man.
check this out.
What the hell?
Nobody has a
Christian
landline anymore.
worked his butt off. Emilio worked his butt off to have for me Zoom, and I have it here, and I have no one on my Zoom. Like, seriously, we have 30 people watching, but, bro, why don't you hang up and call me on Zoom? He's pinned in the bottom, okay?
I know who. Hey, Lori, I know you're not. Give us a call. Give us a call, sweetheart. Have us a call. That's
Oh.
my camera right there. You want me to look at yours?
No, I thought you were looking at Lori. I see you right there.
My phone died, so I
Oh, my
It's all
God.
yours.
Somebody call me on Zoom. Damn it. Come on.
Or don't.
Hey, by the way, to Charlie B, Sky Spider, Rocky Ramon, to all the Antifa reporters, Trish, and all these other ones, Amber. I mean, we know you. We know who you guys are. We're not doxing you. We don't have that much time to dox you and do all this stuff.
So
but
silly.
just remember one thing. Stop, bro. Please. Just remember one thing. This is not the event for you guys to come out here and dox us or put us on the blast. This is honestly a very honorable event that these two individuals have put together, Julie and Chris, right? They have put this together last year, and I was very, very honored to be there in Hollywood. It went great, and I met amazing patriots. One of my youngest favorite patriots of them all, Savannah. Shout out to Savannah. Yeah. I can't wait to see her.
She's leading the Pledge of Allegiance with me again.
I can't bring my daughters with me because we are leaving so soon, and I'm going to be so busy, but I love you, Savannah. You're my favorite patriot of them all, man. And because of that, these people are under attack, under target, bro, by these Antifa reporters. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm sure you're looking. Your spies are on my live right now, okay?
They're obsessed with you guys.
Tomorrow is not the day. Catch us on another event.
Please, please.
Tomorrow, have respect. Tomorrow is very sad. Imagine you're going to your son's funeral graveside, and you have these people who are trying to create this event into something that is not.
Well, and Mikey's brother is buried there too, and it's very fresh and new to him.
Not only Mikey's, but the Danny Danny Molina. His brother is also there. Not only his brother, his whole crew members. He has so many service members.
Absolutely, our Gold Star singer, her husband's buried there.
And there's so many connections. In this,
so this is not the event. Please, look at me close in my eyes. I'm not blinking. I'm not threatening. I'm just being real, okay? Like a real person. This is not the event. We have another event that's coming up next month. Come there, dox us all you want. Bring all the Antifa you want. That's the event. I swear that's the one event you want to bring all your people, because that's more in your ball game. But this is honoring our heroes, our veterans, the men and women who served. And I mean,
who got like a shit end of something as well. It's not.
I don't want to go X-rated because a lot of kids do watch my show. I have my children be following me and everything, so I don't want to be very rude. But this is not the event. I swear to God. If you have any decency, if you are gay, lesbian, pro, pro, if you're furry, if you date them, whatever you are, this is not the event. This is strictly. We don't care about Trump on this event. We don't care about Biden. We don't care about anything.
Just our boys and girls of servicemen.
I swear to God. Yeah. Just all the men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice serving this country, whether that's in the Army, Marines, Navy, fire, police. Because, listen, when I was a child, I wanted to be a fireman. I really wanted to be a fireman. But I just couldn't make the team because I didn't qualify for a few reasons, right?
You like that gangster
life. To be a fireman, bro. Yeah, exactly. That was the one.
That was the fucking reason.
The homies were like, "Yeah, oh hell no, you ain't gonna be no fireman, bro. What the hell's wrong with you? Come here, you know. You gotta hold this stop sign and say, hey, this is my stop sign." So what I'm trying to say, this is not the event, honestly, for people. If you're watching this, if you're an American. Even if you hate America, the people who have sacrificed their lives is for you to be able to stand on a street corner and hate America.
Yeah, and write shitty stuff about us as well. You're welcome to it, but let's all honor the fact that we can do our thing. You can do your thing. To stay out of this one. You know, this is a sensitive and a painful one where you can even join us. You see what I mean?
And some of the people that are talking trash, I have nothing against them. They hate me with passion.
Yeah,
I don't even know who they are.
You don't even know who they are.
No, I've never even.
We got so many things going on. We don't worry about their Twitter about, oh, look, Chris is doing this again. They tweet about this and that. We don't. I have nothing against them personally. I don't care who they are. I've seen them at events maybe once or twice. Never spoken to a lot of them. And we're getting a lot of hate from these people.
None of you want to call me on Zoom?
Some of them are trying.
Hey, none of you trying to?
Eileen is trying to like get Cathy Martinez to possibly call. They're giving him a passcode. Something is going on. If you look at the comments.
Hey, bro, shoot me a Zoom caller, bro. I'm serious.
Hey, just call me on my cell phone. Hit Mike Jones up on the low.
No, Zoom me. These people have worked 2 weeks on this, man.
Another 2 weeks later, we might get a call.
And this might be a good time to reiterate also that, again, this is not a political event, that no Biden and Trump gear, please, please, please.
But wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Where's my hat? Can I have a... Listen. Okay, listen.
I knew you were going to fight me on this one.
Listen,
One day when the American and military gear and flag.
Last year, I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard. We come stopping in front of Chinese theater. And I have a bald head that I was just shaved. And I was just standing there. And this guy, out of nowhere, came, put a hat on my head and said, I don't want your head to burn. I said, okay, thank you. He put it. And when I took the hat out, he said, make America great again. I was like...
And here you are, a Trump supporter now.
I was like, but we're not making this political, bro. You can't give me this hat. Not today. But he was today. Huh?
Katie on line 1.
Oh, Katie, Savannah's
Katie.
mom.
Oh.
There you go. Put it online. I want to see her not only here, bro.
She's a great patriot.
Oh, my God. I know her.
Katie, that's Savannah's mom.
Hey, Christian. Christian, before you put her on, put her on. And while you put her on this TV, put that music. The Charlie B music, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
I love her.
She gifted us that.
Look at that.
Wait, what?
Look. No, don't. Look. Look
Katie!
at that. Ah,
Katie!
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
She's
Check.
like, hello.
Mike. Okay. Check. Can you hear us?
Katie!
You can hear us? Hello.
We can't even...
Heard to Katie. Hello, Katie.
There she is. Now she can see herself. Hey, what's up, Cheese?
Katie!
Katie! Gotcha!
Go like this. Go.
Hey,
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
I can.
Don't you? Oh, she understands.
Savannah!
I'm gonna put that song. Put that song and show your T-shirt, please. I want to see your T-shirt.
Hi, baby!
You missed, fuckers! You missed. Hell yeah!
Welcome,
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
And I get to lead the Pledge of Allegiance today.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes. My little warrior princess.
Allegiance to the flag.
United States of America. That's my girl.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I dare you. I dare you come near this little child. I swear to God. I swear everything I love. Come within 5 yards near this child. I swear to God. I'm not even playing. I'm
Look how cute she is.
I'm not even. Savannah, hi. Do you remember me, Savannah? Hi. How are you, Savannah?
My little warrior princess.
Well, we got our first call.
Bro, she walked 2 miles and she wasn't even tired, bro. She
shut
kept
down
on,
Hollywood with us.
Hell yeah.
A lot of adults were afraid to come, but that little warrior trooped right with us.
Waving the American flag like, I was like, yeah.
No, that's gangsta.
Absolutely.
It was so hot that day too, and I was so proud of her for how she lasted, and then standing all that time during all the speeches and everything, and then marching back.
Oh, yes, definitely. How are you? I know you went through a major accident, and I was very much worried, and I was praying like crazy. How are you? I mean...
Thank you. I'm doing better. I still have a lot of pain with every step that I take, so we'll see how I last tomorrow. But I'm bringing my cane. At least I'm out of any cast or boot, and I'm not using a wheelchair anymore or crutches or walkers. So definitely improvement. But it's just going to be a long road of recovery. But at least, God saved me. For sure.
We're going to have cars around.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have cars around. My car is going to be there. So anytime you need to jump in the ride and honk the crazy horn I have, like, yeah, hell yeah. More than welcome to.
What was your best memory and about the camaraderie about War Heroes and this group last year?
I freaking loved it, especially for us, coming out of nowhere, not really knowing anybody, and that's just who I am. I'll go anywhere for a first time and just put myself out there. And I think I'm raising her to be that way too. But so yeah, we were like, just like, let's go, let's do this, because we love the flag cruises, we love flag waving. So I thought, how freaking awesome to like go down Hollywood Boulevard. So when we showed up, and then everyone playing the music and talking to each other, and we just started going up to people and greeting. And I remember when I met Manuk, I was like, oh, cool, and shook his hand. And then I talked to you and Chris, Julie. Yeah, so just the whole vibe and everything was very like togetherness and proud to be an American and proud of our veterans and honoring them. And then just like feeling the like, I was so happy and like pumped to walk down and like people staring at us. It was, and then have independent with their phones like we're freaking famous or something.
We are famous. We're making history.
No, but I think that's.
I swear. I grew up in Hollywood. We did a lot of stuff in Hollywood. But to shut down, I was like, Jules, listen, we don't have enough people. We cannot shut this street down. I grew up here. I know what I'm talking about. Jules looked at me like this, and she looked at Chris, and she goes, Chris, shut the street down. And Chris said, we're shutting the street down. Next thing I know, I'm looking, I go like, okay, I guess we're shutting the street down. Dude, we shut down Hollywood, dude, Hollywood Boulevard. I mean, and the police, honestly, were supporting us and escorting us because they know we were doing something righteous.
Yes.
I mean, this is not...
so awesome. Because when at first I saw it, I was like, oh, crap. Are they going to, like, say something to us saying, like, oh, y'all have to, like, get over to the sidewalk or something? But they were, like, supporting it. And then especially with Shauna's truck and is it Ashley's truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley will be doing taps for us tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
You
And then with the motorcycles, like,
she's doing taps again.
That was neat. And then everybody with the banners, like that made it look official. And then the people.
Imagine we have more cars. Imagine we got more cars this year, and we got more bikers.
Yeah,
we got bikers joining team together. I mean, they're putting everything aside. We're all putting everything aside. We're not Democrats. We're not Republicans. We are not anything other than Americans and patriots honoring our fallen heroes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I said it once, and I'll say it again. Say their names, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Say their names. I bet you can't, because you can't even talk. I mean, 5 words in a sentence.
Yeah.
That's
I want to say something. Rob Lucero said in the chat, and I have to elaborate on this. Don't beg cops for your freedoms. So, okay. Can I speak for both of us on this one? Okay, so Chris and I are basically we're pretty much we're like pretty on the nonconformist side in general about any government and big government. I mean, we absolutely believe in law and order, and we think our country needs law and order, but we also think that Republicans, conservatives, just we the people in general have gotten really weak on taking advantage of our constitutional rights. And even though we don't go into areas trying to cause chaos and havoc, we absolutely feel that the freedoms that our veterans, that our forefathers have fought for us, we need to take those. We need to be able to have our constitutional rights and, like Rob said, not have to beg police or men to give those to us.
Exactly. But I do support police too, because my dad's retired Ventura County Sheriff, and he got in the line of duty in 97 when I was 10, just over a routine traffic stop. So they're good and bad in everything. And so, but yeah, like as just the people who we are, of course, we need to like just come together and stand up and fight for them. But yeah, there are good and bad in everything.
In every group.
Yeah, my dad's one of the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rob is my brother. He's
like Rob.
very, very free-minded, free-speak guy. I love that guy. I cannot mention 3,000 or 4,000 people that died in 9/11, Rob, but the 13, I'm pretty sure, as the president of the United States, he was entitled to say those names, you know. I love everything Rob does, and he still has to do my tat. I'm still coming to your city, bro. You're not getting away. I don't care if you get elected into office. I'm gonna come in your office and be like, Rob, tag me.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. I love you, and I love Savannah. I can't wait. I'm not sure, but I might bring my girls. I don't want to promise, but I just can't babysit. I want to be very free to do what I need to
let's
do.
go ham,
Katie, I'm
brother.
so glad
Let's
that
go ham. Yeah, you never know when we're gonna
Because
be
I got a
needed.
Savannah to worry about,
go
you know,
ham.
because yeah.
And as a new person coming into a group and not knowing anybody, I'm so glad that you felt so welcomed and enveloped in our group, because that's one thing. You know, don't feel like you have to have a whole group of people in order to join us. I promise you, we will love you and support you in our group with open arms. Like if
Love
you
that
support,
message, Julie.
yeah,
Yes. Love that.
anybody.
Love that message. You're a lefty. You're a super lefty. You're a progressive. We don't care if you have this thing in common with us.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be so welcoming to you, as you said to her. It's like, this has nothing to do with politics. This is about one set thing, that we are showing appreciation to our boys, so that they don't feel neglected, that anybody forgot about them. You know, one question I had, okay, let's have Katie on here too, like maybe on Insight, right? One question I had with the 13 people that were killed, right? Our current government did nothing for them, right?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing, right?
Absolutely nothing, bro. Not one
It's
single
like a
thing.
forgotten thought now.
Bro, when Biden was there, this is the day when he kept on watching his watch. Like, what time is it? What time is it? That's why he didn't even, like...
This is what that is about. This is what that is about,
yes,
okay?
yes.
You are not forgotten. It's not just us. There's so many people, you know, that we kind of pain with the family, right? Because this is an injustice. This is one of those injustices where, you know, I don't know, I don't have any military, you know, service experience, but I would think, like, you know, if your son wants to, like, join the military, you know, I'm not gonna say daughter at the moment. I'm a little sexist, maybe, you know. I was called a misogynist just a little bit, but one of the things is how much proud as a father would be. Okay, you know what, my son is like wanting to do this on his own. He wants to be a man, right? He's gonna be broken down and be created something outside of my discipline that even my family has no idea about. Like, how proud are you gonna be? And then to have no recognition, okay, lose a son, and then after that even lose another child because of a pain and not one single recognition.
Yeah,
okay,
horrible.
It's criminal.
It is criminal. Thank you for that word. It is criminal. It is criminal from this government. It is criminal from anybody who doesn't, you know what I mean, acknowledge this. It is criminal.
And like Shauna was saying when we had the live with her son was not political. So
Yeah.
that's why she doesn't talk about politics.
Yeah.
She doesn't get into the whole political thing, because her son did not serve for a certain president or a certain party. He served for the whole country.
He served for his country, yeah.
And, you know, that's...
He served for me to run my mouth, bro. You have any idea
That's
how
right.
appreciative I am of that gentleman, of that family, that ultimate sacrifice, you know, and that pain of an ultimate sacrifice, even causing for another child to lose its life. Because, you know, like I know a thing about this. Like, my older brother was the better Essayan. I'm a Essayan, right? He was the better person. Okay, like, losing him is like you lose direction. Things don't change, you know. Things don't taste the same. Life is no longer like as serious as it used to be. It's because it's like, you know, this is like a father figures that I no longer have. Okay, so I can somewhat understand that pain. What were you gonna say, Manjan?
I love this conversation, bro. Kathy, thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Kathy. We'll see you.
We love you.
Katie.
Savannah, I love you. Katie,
We're
sorry.
We'll see you in
ESL
the
students.
morning.
We took ESL, okay? English is our second
Bye,
language.
baby. Mwah.
Bye, sweetheart.
Love you, Angel. We'll see you in the morning.
You're the best.
No makeup
Thank
until
you.
you're 72.
She does love her lip glosses.
No lip gloss till you're 65.
She's the cutest thing.
Show me
ever,
your
bro.
social security check, and then you can wear whatever you want.
I'll leave it out in red, white, and blue.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. God bless
This
all our families and
conversation,
children.
I mean, we can talk all day, all of us, right? It's forever conversation, but it is hour and half we'll be done. Usually we go on an hour, and also it is
Such a fun panel, you guys. Thank you
11:30.
so much.
It is. It was great. Love you guys.
You guys still have 2-hour drive, hour and a half, whatnot. I could go on forever. I live 5 minutes away, so
I can convince the wife for you guys to bunk on the couch. You guys want a couch? It has my indentation from so much bullshit I've done. I slept on the couch like 18 years of my marriage, so it's like it's very comfortable. It's broken in, you know.
any final words, please?
So I just have to give this man right here a shout out because he does not like being in front of the camera. He's very humble, a little on the shy side. And a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about Chris, but he's organized for years. You know, Babies Lives Matter, Patriot Pride, just done so much volunteer work with the veterans and in the community. And he really can put his differences aside with people, different groups to bring community together. And a lot of things that people don't know about him is he is an amazing professional artist. He has a painting hanging in Camp Pendleton. He does a lot of portraits, different paintings for POW families. Just a very, very giving, loving person. And
Is that why you snatched him up?
He never gives himself a
You
shout out
snatched him up,
anything.
You come here, boy.
Yeah, you're camera shy, Chris.
He does have a very
This
humble
took
personality.
everything. I can't believe he's
tomorrow I'm
actually in
gonna have
here.
you.
That's how special you
You
are.
did very good, brother.
That's how special you guys are to us.
Any words, my brother?
Just thank you guys for having us on, and thanks to everybody who's been supporting everything in the smallest way, just a like, a share. We plan on continuing doing more things. These events, War Heroes, and everything we've been a part of is not to boost ourselves. It's not for, oh look, Chris Reyes is doing this, Chris Reyes is doing that. We always try to highlight the community, everybody who's helped put anything together.
Yep.
If somebody who made a phone call to this person, a parent that wants to speak, that's what we want to try and do, give a voice to the normal people. And I mean normal, just like everyday parents, like how you guys started with everything. Everybody has a voice, and I think it's important for the community to speak up about all kinds of issues.
One last advice to our Gen Z, Chris. Last advice. What do you want your Gen Zs to? What do you want them to hear? The last remarks you ever gonna make today on this show. I mean, hey, don't get ahead of yourself.
Nah,
bro.
you're gonna live, bro. we coming, Riverside. Shit.
Yeah.
He's Rick James.
I'm Rick James,
He's Rick
damn it.
James, bitch.
Yeah.
Riverside, you miss me?
Oh, we don't want to go down that road right now.
We don't.
No, your final, excuse me, your final message to Gen Zers. What is it?
I really don't know. It's a crazy, messed up world. You try to talk with people, find common ground, but there seems to be so much differences in a lot of things, even the most simplest things, that we can't even have normal conversations with. There's some people on the other side who will have conversations with us. We can have an event, everything can be heated. We can have a conversation. If we can have more conversation, more dialogue like that, I think we can put all this violence and all this other dumb stuff to rest.
Division.
We can all
this left and right shit, right?
Yeah, no, we can all.
Yeah.
We can all attend. We've never had problems with Antifa, with any opposition, Revcom, BAM, whatever. We don't have a problem with them showing up, countering whatever they want to do, as long as they keep it respectful. Don't cross any lines. If you exercise your First Amendment, we're all for that.
Otherwise, shit's going to get handled.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're a Gen Z, wake up and do your thing, or shit's gonna get handled. Edgar,
What?
She's handling shit here.
She my girl.
Every time she handles shit, this guy come back with a blue eye. Like, Julie handled shit. It's going to get handled.
Bro, she don't gotta do nothing but look at you with those eyes, bro. And you be like, yes, whatever you say. I got it.
Oh, I get it. So, Chris, she's making you match her eyes, man. Like, don't match my eyes, Chris. We gonna handle this shit.
Did I just take us to that route? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Any final words, bro?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna add to what we say to Gen Z. Okay? Can I add to what?
Yes.
What we're gonna tell Gen Z, regardless of this division. Okay? Love your veterans. Okay? Regardless of what happens, don't listen to this bullshit. Love your veterans. Support your veterans. Okay? Be proud of them because, you know, whether you like this country, whether you don't, you still sleep at night very sound because of our veterans. Okay? Because those guys are out there, okay, doing whatever, like even stuff that we don't agree with, but it has to be done. Those guys are doing it. Some of them come back all fucked up because they're doing what has to be done. Yes. We're not doing this. We're sleeping sound. We're making love to our women. We're going out and like eating at restaurants. You know why? Because those boys are protecting our rights.
Amen.
That's what we want to say to Gen Z. I'm going to tell you something about Gen Z that I've noticed, okay? And a lot of people, there is a hunger, okay? There's a hunger for direction because they don't even like what's going on, okay? That's my message. That's your message. That's Julie's message. Be careful what Julie, okay, volunteers your ass too, man. You know, it's like, just opt out sometimes. Like, Jules, come on. But that's the message for Gen Z, you guys, you know? That's all I could tell them because it's like, you have to love where you live. Okay, come on, John. Take it back, baby.
Jules, don't ever stop. Pick any fight you want because you got Papa Bears like us. 3 of them. Look at this. Chris, Edgar, me. I got my boys outside. We're not going nowhere. We're not going to let no one harm our women, our children. Bottom line. For me, is God, country, and family.
Yes, sir.
Not in that same particular order, but God comes first. Okay, so anybody that is going to counter protest, I say, you know, you could do whatever you want. This is a free country.
Instead
but
of counter protesting, bring your dad, bring an American flag, and join the fun.
Yes, you know, like seriously, this is not the event. You know, I don't want to give my speech out on closing of this because I have a speach for tomorrow. And thank you giving me the honors to speak again. I'm honored. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to it. And for the first time, I have a speech.
Nice.
Okay, I wrote a speech. Okay, I just have to remember to get it with me and read it. Otherwise, I'm just going to go freestyle. But still...
Are you going to hand anybody a note where their address is and tell them to ask your wife about it? Is that part of the speech? Oh, no! Go ask your wife, Auntie. Fuck yeah.
No, we're honored to have you. And we're honored that for every single person that's taking any time out of their day tomorrow to be with us, support the veterans. Like, it really... The humility in this room is crazy, and Manuk, you've been a huge supporter. All of your community, you guys, like, we love you. It's family, and we have so much gratitude for everyone that supports us.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got my boys with the bikers coming, my Armenian brothers, we have motorcycle club. Brigade, my brothers, I love you guys. They're stepping up. They're like, nah, man, we're not taking this shit no more. Whatever happened to Trump woke up a lot of patriots, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder. Tomorrow, Christian, can you pull that picture up real quick, please? Tomorrow, Saturday, July 20th. Okay, we're doing a War Heroes March. It's on my post. It's on my Instagram channel. We're gonna gather at the cemetery at 9:00, and we have a whole day planned. We're just gonna work it out from the cemetery, basically. So if you're planning on coming and you cannot make the cemeteries, please contact someone that you know that's at the event. We'll tell you which part exactly we are. We're gonna do a caravan. We're going to do a flag drop. We're going to do a march. We're going to lock down stuff. We're going to shut down stuff. We're going to honor. We're going to pray. We're going to burn incense for the souls of all the fallen heroes. You don't want to miss it. We're going to do everything for respect and honor our fallen heroes.
We love them, okay?
And if you have anything to say against us, shame on you.
Shame
That's
on
all
you.
I can say.
Yes.
With that, I love you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. And please don't forget to come back next Friday at 9 p.m. for our next episode 8 on Loka Late Night Podcast with your boy Manuk Grigoryan and Edgar Essayan.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you guys.
so much.
For sure. We love you. And you can feel it, right? It's not just a saying, right?
It is. It's family.
That's it, but that's it.
Love it.
So thank you guys
We
for
out.
everything.
Because you can't create shit, okay? She said, the middle finger in the air, you shorted me. Come after me, come after me, come after me, bitch. You can't create shit, so you rely on a podcast such as ours because you can't create shit, okay? She said,
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That was hilarious. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.